Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I will do my best to have my team ready. At the very least, have enough to battle. So. Unless you need... it doesn't matter to me. The tunnel just keeps on going, you say. If it stays on course like that, you're going to end up in Roppongi, which would mean... You know, this reminds me of something else I've heard about before. As I mentioned before, Tokyo's ley lines stem from Mount Fuji, which is, of course, not all that a coincidence given that it's a sacred place. And that energy takes old highways like the Koshu Kaido and the Tokaido to get to Tokyo from Mount Fuji. That energy joins up with underground waterways going along the highways that carry Mount Fuji's snowmelt to Tokyo, flowing into the city together. One theory holds that the first place where that water appears above ground after reaching Tokyo happens to be where else but Nakano. Put simply, all the ley lines that flow throughout Tokyo could well be coming out of our own stomping grounds, believe it or not. Wouldn't that be amazing to think about if it turned out to be true? If you would rather do Tuesday or Thursday next week, we can make it happen. Stop right there. Don't go any further. You're standing at the border of the municipality. Go any farther and you'll be in central government territory. That's a hive we'd best not poke. Color me intrigued, though. That's a heck of a thing to stumble into just walking around inside that tunnel. We aren't prepared just yet to pick that sort of fight. There's still too much we don't know. This little tangent of ours has gone on long enough, I think. Head back the way you came and regroup at the office. Though it's not as strong as we're used to, that tunnel is causing a digital shift. We should probably keep it locked up like before, after all. I have no idea how I'm going to explain all of this to our client. No matter how you spin it, it'll probably all be a lot to take in. I wouldn't be surprised if we come away looking even sketchier than we already do. Let's just let Detective Mateishi deal with it. Some jobs are just best left to others. You're curious what exactly was actually beyond where you stopped? That makes two of us, believe me. Actually, while you were on your way back, I decided to look into it a little bit. Apparently what you found was a Kamishiro research lab of all things. Kamishiro? Color me surprised and shocked. Oh, don't be dense. I told you that area is under the jurisdiction of the central government. That's not the sort of place you wander into for fun. If nothing else, it indicates that Kamishiro and the government have a tighter relationship than what we previously suspected. Going after Kamishiro could well mean that we'd also be ruffling the government's feathers. That's why we can't be hasty right now. We'll do what we can to prepare and cross that bridge when we come to it. This is just a guess on my end, but I imagine it was Kamishiro that changed the password on that door and rendered it impossible to get open. They probably weren't counting on us being able to actually break in and snoop around. Knowing that, it could well serve as our ace in the hole later when the time does come to confront them, hopefully unawares. But again, let's not worry about hashing out the details until we have to, and just be grateful we have that up our sleeve if need be. On that note, I realize this case is technically closed, but what do you say about heading over to Roppongi for me one more time? I don't mean on official business. Rather, I'm keen on doing a little independent intelligence gathering for our own internal use. Surely you're interested in knowing why Kamishiro has built a research lab underneath the Metropolitan Office too, right? So how about you just walk on through the front door there and see what you can find? Sound good? I'm getting into some pretty hardcore topics now. Gabumon Black is at max level. Heck yeah. Nice. We'll get him later though. Let's go to Roppongi. Oh, the Tokyo Metropolitan Office. Not specifically Roppongi. Oh, are you here for a tour of the lobby? Please, come on inside. You must be confused. Let me explain. Construction on this Metropolitan Office isn't entirely complete as of yet. Well, it was at one point, that is, until a major firm came in and it was decided the upper floors merited additional construction. As such, while that's going on, the lobby here remains free and open to the public to visit. Did you make it inside the Metropolitan office? Alright, I get you. So they're all right with you hanging around the lobby. Well, that makes our work a little easier then. Go on in. All you need at this point is a terminal somewhere, so you can infiltrate their systems. Piece of cake at this stage, I'd say. So once you find a terminal, just slip on in and work your magic like always. Wish I was there to see it myself. Seems like quite the sight. It reminds me of the Tower of Babel in a way. Guess I'm starting to ramble again, though. Don't worry about me. Feel free to get back to work now. Feel free to work, huh? Sounds not very fun, if you ask me. I feel like Victory Uchida appears in here at some point during the game. Probably in one of the later chapters, though. A small digital shift is happening here. Something wrong out there? Oh, you found a terminal that's digital shifting a little? Huh. This shift is weak, while still prominent enough for you to notice it. Could be a sign this place will turn into a labyrinth later on. Well, for now, try connect jumping into it. We have no idea what could be inside there, so stay on your feet, alright? Woo! I love the little, like, stretchy animation that gets done. Ooh, we got Agumon. Nice. You love to see it. I'm always saying this. I'm literally always saying this. Boom! Get one shot. Sorry, Agumon. I'm just simply too good. That's all I can say. Quite often, I would say. Because... So the way Digi-Evolution works in the game is, so a Digimon has a max level, which is determined by its ability stat. You can Digivolve whenever, as long as you meet the requirements. Like, you don't have to be max level. It's more, I think it's more beneficial. You get more ability points when you Digivolve up if you're max level. So let me see if I can get to the Digilab anywhere. It's a little easier to explain, especially since I do have at least one Digimon that is ready. All right, let's see if we can get to the Digilab on the other side of here, or not. Ooh, there's an eater. Okay, we do have the Digilab, so that is good. So let's go here real quick. Alright, so with this game, you can Digivolve, but you can also de-Digivolve, so you can actually revert them to previous stages. So if you see right below the speed stat, ABI, that's their ability stat, which affects like their max level. So there are certain evolution paths that require like certain levels, or your stats have to be a certain whatever. So like here, to get to this one, it's got to be level 15, has to have 35 attack and 50 speed. So when you Digivolve, you get a little bit of an ability stat, but you actually get more ability stats if you max your level to max level and then de-Digivolve back to the previous form. So see, our ability stat on here was 6. He was at max level, we Digivolved him, and now he's at ability level 9. And obviously his max level is now level 45. So what will happen is, like when we hit Mud Frigimon's max, See, we need a defense of 110 to get to this one, which we probably won't hit. So that's where raising our ability stat helps, because then we can, Digivolve back into Palmon, or we can even go into Lapmon if we wanted to. So we can kind of like play around with like where we jump with our evolutionary lines and all kinds of cool and fun little ways, which I think is neat. But since we are going to fight an eater, I think I need to get some... Honestly, that might actually just be good enough. I will heal, though. Just in case we end up in the... having to use some of the reserves. Oh, we can just walk around it. Get wrecked and destroyed, you dumb eater. Doesn't matter. Alright. Data is converging. Alright. So, let's see. Physical... honestly, I feel like... this might actually be decent. Potentially. If he's lowering his intelligence. Let's see. I feel like this is the better way to go, right? Mathematically speaking. We do have mental charge in Bergermon. I was wondering who had mental charge. I remembered we had it, but I couldn't remember who had it. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll break your attack. $333. Okay. Let's see. Physical magic for 50. Okay, yeah, we want the flame, the fire. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire, and all that good stuff. But we're just going to hit on the magic side. So Pokemon, you get like a special attack and a special defense. So like your special defense is calculated by whether like is like checked against special attack. But in this game, it's just the intelligence stat, which is kind of how it used to work in old Pokemon games. It was just the special stat before they branched it off. Hey, there we go. Easy peasy. That was actually not a terrible eater to encounter. So, you love to see that. We didn't even need to heal. We wasted 800 yen for no reason. No level for Mud for Digimon. What a shame.